What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of MG Nights. I'm TieFly85, and in today's episode, what I want to go ahead and we're doing another Loot Fright. But before we get into that, I wanted to go ahead and talk about, for any of you who saw the last episode, I talked about going to the Oregon Coast Aquarium, which was really fun. So if none of you have seen that, definitely go check it out. But did get to see quite a few animals, the sea otter, the turkey vulture. Also went through this really cool deep passage. But there's the map there of the Newport, Oregon Coast Aquarium. Pretty cool. Yeah, so definitely go check that out if you have not. But let's go ahead and jump into the Loot Fright. And I did set up this nice little thing here. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, okay, so this crate's theme, as you can see up here in the corner, is Love Sucks. And some of the things featured in this right here, as you can see, Bride of Chucky, we got Dracula, monsters, and many other tales of heartbreak. So I have not opened this as of yet. So let's go ahead and get this open, shall we? Alright, let's take a peek. Alright, oh, what's this? Something in here, wow, very tightly shrunk wrapped. We will take a peek at what this is. Bride of Chucky, oh, Bride of Chucky blanket. Well, let's give this an open, shall we? Just put that down before I stab somebody. Let's take a peek at this. Oh, is it the Hello Good doll? That's awesome. Here, I'll stand up so you can all see it. That's really cool. I'd have to say that's, yeah, that's really awesome. As you can see here, they're on a date, obviously. And that's the Bride of Chucky, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna fan this out. Alright, well, let's move on to the next thing out of the box. That's pretty cool. So now I have a blanket for the bed. The first one out, one of the greatest things that they always send every month, that's probably one of my favorite things overall in every single box, is the shirts. And since this month's theme is, you know, obviously Love Sucks, so we get a Dracula shirt. Love Sucks. That is so cool. I probably have to say one of my favorite Universal horror characters is definitely Dracula. Kind of one of the more well-known characters as well. I mean, obviously other than Frankenstein and those characters, but Dracula was always the most, you know, he was kind of basically like, for any of you who've seen, you know, like Monster Squad, like he was the you know, ruler over like the monster world kind of thing. So it always was a very intriguing. Okay, moving on. We do have, since it is close to Valentine's, that's coming up here very shortly, we have a set of 6 Valentines with envelopes in Wolfman. So that's pretty cool. Oh, it also has other creatures as well. Let's take a peek. Sorry if it's a little loud. So Wolfman on that one. And then we have Frankenstein. You Set My Heart on Fire. Very appropriate. Our Love is Electrifying. That's fine. Bride of Frankenstein. I'm All Wrapped Up Into You. The Mummy. You're the One for Me, which is obviously the werewolf. I Can't Hide My Love Forever, The Invisible Man. That's funny. And then I Love You to the Lagoon and Back, which is the creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh gosh, so cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, and then you do also always get like a collector's pin, which I always do really love the collector's pins. And this one is Sunny Family Cult from Crypt TV. I still have yet to check out Crypt TV, but they do like exclusive pins for Loot Fright, which this one isn't exclusive for Crypt TV. And as you can see here, it's got 2 Sunny Family Cults. I'll have to check it out. If any of you have actually seen that and would recommend it, let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to know. I know that there's been several things that have come in here that have been something for Crypt TV. I definitely need to check that out. Especially being a horror fan, for sure. Oh, here's La Llorona. The legend and lore. Be aware of weeping women. Mexican folklore tells the legend of La Llorona, a beautiful peasant woman charmed by a rich nobleman only to be spurned after having his twins. In a fit of rage, she threw her children in the river and now wanders endlessly searching for them. Those who wear her mournful cries are said to suffer grave misfortune, even death. I like that they always do some kind of like a lore and legend. It seems to be very ongoing with every single one. If you'll remember, I ended up getting the Krampus bell, but it was in like kind of like a letter opener or whatever it was, and here is La Llorona, which is actually pretty cool because it's like the same type of thing, which would be great. And then last thing in here is just the list of contents with a really cool picture of all the stuff. And then they also always have kind of the box itself is kind of cool overall. Alrighty guys, well that was all for the box. Well, that's all I had for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I would have to say that I definitely do love horror movies, all things horror movies. I remember the first time I ever saw Chucky in the original Chucky, like it creeped me out, like it really freaked me out. But I would probably say the one character that definitely was Clive Barker's Hellraiser with Pinhead. I'd probably say was one of the characters that kind of freaked me out the most and really got me almost addicted to horror movies, I'd say. I would say if it wasn't for those tidbit of things when I was a kid, you know, you're supposed to be in bed, but we were always sneaking out and like trying to, you know, watch TV from behind a chair so nobody sees you, that kind of thing. That's what I used to do anyways. But you know, it's just one of those things that I'll always remember that solidified horror movies in my head. And then, you know, when zombies became a huge thing, obviously George Romero, and then when they remade Night of the Living Dead in color back in, you know, like the early 90s, late 80s, I love horror movies. I love all things horror movies. Now, obviously, there are a lot of crappy horror movies, but I still love horror movies in general. So, anyways, that's all I had for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I definitely do appreciate your time. If you did end up liking this video, please go ahead and slap that like button. I definitely do appreciate it. It does help us out quite a bit here. And as always, I've been TyFly85, and always remember, stay awesome.
And I ain't never gonna stop. Come on. Listen to